There's one thing every reptile keeper has in common, it's the fact that they need bugs to feed their reptiles. Well, unless you just specifically keep snakes, then I guess that's actually not the case. For all us lizard and gecko keepers out there, bugs are the lifeline for your reptiles, and while you have a pretty small collection, maybe one or a couple of reptiles, the pet store trips can do you well. Once you start getting up there in the numbers, 5, 10, 15, or even 150 like we have over here, the pet stores stop becoming useful because you need insects that are in, well, the thousands. That, folks, is when you need to start getting your insects shipped to you. Now, this is where things become a little bit more overwhelming. The vast majority of insect shippers there are out there, it can be pretty confusing on which one to go with and which one that you feel is the best one. That is exactly... What are you doing? Come back up. Up, 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 up. Yeah, there you go. Alright, you can... Okay. I'd like to think I know a thing or two about getting insects shipped to me. I've been doing this for about 5 or 6 years now, and I have probably had billions of bugs shipped to my house. And throughout my years of doing this, I have found that there really is one company that stands out from the rest, and that is the company we are going to be talking about today. Here, he's just... up. Same company happens to be the one that just shipped a bunch of bugs to my house in the next room right over there. So let's say we head over there, we'll review this product and why I believe Josh's Frogs is the best place to get your feeder insects. Alright, my dude, I gotta head into the other room, so time to go back. Time to... Come on now. Come on now. Where you at? I feel a tail. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, okay, okay. Ow, my eye! Now, before we get started, I guess this is the time to say that this is a sponsored video. However, the fact of the matter is I've been working with Josh's Frogs for at least 1 or 2 years at this point. Ever since I gave them a shot back when rainbow mealworms kind of slipped the ball and they ran out of crickets and I couldn't buy from them, I started using Josh's Frogs back in 2020. Ever since then, I have not switched from them. These guys have been absolutely amazing. I'll talk a little bit why I think they're amazing. I've given them plenty of shoutouts before. So although this is a kind of a paid video type thing, these are actually my true thoughts on how I feel about Josh's Frogs. First thing I love about Josh's Frogs is going to be the packaging. They package these things extremely well. Now, of course, this is their summer packaging, while in the winter, they actually utilize insulation boxes. Each box does still have heat packs and anything like this type of thing to keep sure those insects warmer. I don't see many companies utilizing heat packs and phase 22 packs, things of that nature, and actually using insulated boxes to ship their animals in the winter, making sure that your insects come to you completely healthy and no die-offs. This is the first company I've actually worked with that has pretty much given me 0 death counters. Now, usually when you get crickets shipped to you, especially crickets, you know, roaches are a little bit hardier, crickets are a little bit more fragile. Crickets, you're gonna get a mass die-off. When I was using other companies in the past, I'd probably lose around 100, 200 at a time. This is not the case at Josh's Frogs. We'll be opening these boxes and give you a clear sign that you get barely, if any, die-offs whatsoever. It's absolutely incredible. I've never seen a company, again, I know this sounds like, you know, major ass-kissing, but I'm actually amazed with how Josh's Frogs send their feeders and how they're able to keep them alive for so long, where I've had other companies in the past where that is just absolutely not the case. First things first, however, before we get into opening those boxes, we need to make sure that our cricket cage is clean. You never want to put crickets into another dirty cricket enclosure. This is the rest of my previous shipment. You see we've had some die-offs, we've got some shed skin stuff in here. It's pretty much nasty stuff and it smells a little. Now, the important thing with keeping crickets alive is the fact that you need to keep them a clean, sterile place. If you have too much of these die-offs, they release some sort of whether it be pheromone or stench or chemical, I don't know what it is. I'm a reptile breeder, not a scientist. But that fact of the matter is when they do release that, it actually sends a signal to die off more of the crickets. So the main reason why you have such a high die-off period for crickets is the fact that you may have a dirty enclosure. Some dead crickets leads to more dead crickets, which leads to more dead crickets until they're all kind of dead. Let's quickly clean this out and we can get right back to the unboxing. Now, I think my only complaint with Josh's Frogs is kind of the double-edged sword that we got going on. Their packaging is very well, however, the problem is, it's very hard to get the stuff out. they really utilize every space given to you to save you on shipping costs, but it makes getting the actual crickets out of the boxes just a little difficult. However, if this is my only complaint, then I think we're doing pretty good. So with this order, I ordered 2,000 crickets, so we've got 2 of the adults, the 3/4. I ordered 1,000 of these half-inch little dudes for all the baby geckos that we have right now, and then I ordered some mealworms, just because mealworms are cheap and I like giving them the little snack to the other guys. But alright, let's see how well Josh's Frogs actually captures their crickets. We'll be opening the enclosure up, opening the box up, cutting it open. I'll show you guys what little die-off we really have when it comes to these guys. You can see there's some molts, but I don't see any dead crickets whatsoever. Literally all alive. You can see we've got a bunch of crickets. I mean, a bunch of crickets. I don't see any die-offs at all. I mean, they all look good. I mean, usually, you know, you see a couple, they fall right through the floor, but there's nothing. There's a little molt right here. But, I mean, that might be a dead cricket or it might be a molt, so maybe we can add one on the list? I don't know. As you guys can see here, no die-offs. I mean, we got all of these guys. I mean, this looks like we're into the thousands right here. We can go to the floor. I mean, we've got some molts, we've got some cricket poops, but... I mean, I'm not... Oh, is this a molt? This might... molt or dead cricket? I mean, you decide. So what? What is our total count up to? 2? Maybe 3 die-offs over an order of 2,000 crickets? Man, this is why I love this company, man. No die-offs whatsoever. Maybe a few at the very most. All you get is a bunch of crickets. Look at all these nice, healthy-looking things. None of them look too skinny. I mean, we've got nice, alert crickets going on in here. Absolutely fantastic, man. I'm gonna give these guys a couple of hours to gut load the fresh food. They got the water crystals, everything like that, and then after a couple of hours, when they have the full gut loading and nutrition and everything they need, we'll be feeding them to some of our reptiles to see how much they enjoy the Josh's Frogs crickets. So now that it's been a few and the crickets are fully gut loaded, let's say we grab a few, bring them over to the other reptile room and see how much the reptiles enjoy the Josh's Frogs crickets. Whoa! Almost forgot. Make sure within each cricket feeding that you're feeding to make sure to supplement with some sort of calcium powder. This way that all the animals have all the calcium that they're going to need. You just need to do a light dusting, mix it around a little bit like this, and then boom, you got your ghost crickets and you're ready to feed. Now first up on the list we have the Aki Monitors. These amazing little dudes. Let's see how much they enjoy the crickets. You got crickets in there. This is the time to chase them, not drink water. On the list, we've got my main man, Yoshi. Now, Yoshi has been a little bit tricky to figure out how to hand feed him. He seems a little bit too nervous of me, so let's try it again and try taunt feeding him some of these crickets. Next up on the list, we got my main man, Flapjacks. Let's see how he likes some crickets. Then last but certainly not least, we've got the frill dragon in this absolutely massive enclosure. Just go down. You just gotta drop and eat. Don't tell me you're getting stage fright now, buddy. Come on, we really need this shot. I need you to get over it and just eat some crickets, please. Well, I guess he's got stage fright. And there you got it, boys and girls. Josh's Frogs, an incredible company that ships out amazing feeders with also frogs, plant species, bioactive setups, all that good stuff. If you guys are interested in checking out Josh's Frogs, make sure to go down to the link down in the description below where you can see all the great stuff that they have to offer. I guess with just one last stubborn frill dragon not wanting to eat his food, we are gonna wrap it up for today. As always, folks, if you want to get some behind the scenes stuff of what's happening here at DBCB Exotics and how Project 100 is going, make sure to check out that description also down below for our Patreon. And well, of course, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to follow us over here at DBCB Exotics. I will see you next time, but until then, goodbye.